What I'm about to say might sound harsh, but the truth is, the greatest suffering for a man isn't poverty, nor is it failure, but trying to preach wisdom to someone who isn't ready to change, and then living in the delusion that he can reform them through sacrifice and logic. But first, let's set the record straight to be fair. The issue here isn't about men or women. It lies in a deep-seated psychology of selfishness, and that psychology can exist in anyone. Selfishness isn't simply a bad character trait. In many cases, it is an ingrained cognitive pattern. When someone is used to living in a self-referential mechanism, meaning everything revolves around what I think, what I feel, what I get, their brain reinforces neural pathways that prioritize self-interest first. Over time, their way of processing information defaults to placing the ego at the center. Meanwhile, the brain areas related to empathy and understanding others, if not trained, operate less efficiently. As a result, they can enjoy the sacrifices of others very naturally, without truly feeling gratitude or the need to reciprocate equally. It's not always out of malice. Sometimes, it's just because their cognitive structure hasn't developed enough depth to see beyond themselves. When emotions are erratic, reactions are strong, and they are easily swept away by momentary states. This usually relates to poor regulation between the emotional system and the part of the brain responsible for control and balance. When emotions rise, logic has almost no ground to stand on. In that state, the more you try to speak logic, the more the other person only hears a threat to their ego. And when the ego is threatened, the brain automatically switches to defense mode. I am right, you are wrong. Therefore, the more you try to prove you are right, the more you fall into a loop of concession, not because you are wrong, but because you are communicating with a different level of cognition. Information doesn't transmit because the processing platforms are completely different. Living in that state for a long time, your body endures constant pressure. Stress hormones increase. You start to get tired, lose energy, and most dangerously, you start to doubt your own value. You think, am I not good enough? Do I need to try harder? And so, you continue to sacrifice, continue to prove, continue to wait for a change that never comes. The key lies not in speaking better, nor does it lie in sacrificing more. It lies in seeing reality clearly. You cannot change a person when they have no desire to change themselves. There are distances that cannot be bridged by good intentions and moral reasoning alone. True emotional intelligence isn't winning an argument. It is knowing how to withdraw energy from futile confrontations, knowing how to set boundaries, knowing how to invest in your own value and rhythm of life. When you stop trying to save others and start rebuilding your inner center, you will notice something very strange. Life becomes lighter, not because the other person changed, but because you have stepped out of the gravitational field that was draining your energy. And that is true freedom.